Oh my God.
The jury did
not guilty on Cassie, not guilty on Rico. No way that Jane is going to be guilty. Oh, this makes me physically ill.
And I'm getting right into it. Let's get started. P. Diddy was found not guilty on 3 of those charges. P. Diddy is not guilty, at least on 3 of the 5 charges. He might not spend any time in jail. That might happen, y'all.
Aubrey is in serious shock right now. And honestly, who wouldn't be? This time, she is not even pretending to be calm. She is already checking for the next flight out of the country because what just happened in court is wild.
Pop star Aubrey O'Day is in shock after today's stunning verdict in the Sean P. Diddy Combs trial.
Diddy has just been cleared of some of the biggest charges ever. We are talking about serious stuff like sexual trafficking and racketeering.
After 7 weeks of revelations in a case that's shaken the showbiz world, Sean Diddy Combs has been found not guilty of racketeering and not guilty of sex trafficking.
And from the way things are going, it looks like Diddy might only spend a short time in jail. Almost like this whole trial was just a long show and nothing else. For 7 weeks, Diddy has been going in and out of court. 7 full weeks of heavy testimonies, shocking statements, and people thinking this was the end of the road for him. Everyone believed he was going down for real this time. The internet and the public was convinced. Even people who were once his fans had already moved on. But now, everything has changed. Just like that, the main charges have been dropped.
Well, the verdict is in. Sean Diddy Combs has been convicted on 2 counts of transportation of his ex-girlfriends to engage in prostitution, but cleared of the most serious charges against him. The music mogul has been found not guilty of racketeering conspiracy and 2 counts of sex trafficking.
Aubrey is not just surprised, she is completely speechless. The verdict came in on a calm Wednesday evening. 12 jurors made the decision, 8 men and 4 women. After hours of talking, they came back and said out of the 5 charges Diddy still had on him, he is not guilty of 3, and those 3 included the big ones: sexual trafficking and racketeering.
The Sean Diddy Combs federal criminal trial acquitted him of the most serious charges: racketeering, conspiracy, and sex trafficking.
The only ones they found him guilty of were about moving people for prostitution. The moment those words came out, the whole courtroom shifted. Diddy's people started clapping and celebrating like he had won an award.
So today is a great day. Today is a win. Today is a victory of all victories for Sean Combs and our legal team.
But those who had been hoping he would finally be held responsible just sat there frozen. Some people were in tears. Some couldn't speak. It was like watching a movie that ended the wrong way.
What was your reaction to hearing this verdict?
It's literally a gut punch. That is not good enough. Let me make it very clear, it's not good enough, okay? We're not normalizing this.
Now, before we get deep into what Aubrey said, let's take a quick step back. Aubrey O'Day is not just some random person with opinions. She was actually one of the girls from Danity Kane. Remember that girl group under Bad Boy Records? They were hot in the late 90s and early 2000s. They were everywhere. And Aubrey was right there in the spotlight.
O'Day first met Diddy when he picked her to star in an all-female singing group after she competed on the MTV show Making the Band in the early 2000s.
But then everything crashed when Diddy fired her when she refused Diddy's sexual advances. And ever since, her life has never been the same.
I wasn't willing to do what was expected of me. Not talent-wise, but in other areas.
She has been talking about what happened for a while now. Not in a loud way at first, but the more time passed, the more she opened up. In an interview, she said something that made people stop and listen. She said working with Diddy changed her entire life in a bad way. She felt like she was groomed to fit into his world, like she had to become someone else just to survive in that environment.
The 41-year-old has accused the media mogul of allegedly grooming her and controlling her appearance while filming Making the Band when she was 21 years old. claims he denies.
She even said that the whole experience destroyed her sex life. That was because of everything that happened. She had not been intimate in years.
It's difficult when you're that young to understand your worth as a woman through the men that I was around, and that was very traumatic.
She also said she went to Homeland Security to speak out about her experience. She told them what she went through while working with Diddy. She did not testify in court, but she made sure her voice was out there. She refused to stay quiet. She wanted the world to know what she had been through.
I was contacted by Homeland Security, and I did have a meeting with Homeland Security.
At any point did they tell you, we're considering you to testify, we're considering your evidence that you've given us in the trial?
They tell you keep discretion with your meeting with us, obviously, because the trial has taken place.
Then she went on TMZ and let even more out. She said what Diddy did to her was so painful that she would never wish it on her worst enemy. She said it took her a long time to heal from it, that she had to unlearn everything she picked up while working with him. And you could see how serious she was. This was not about clout. This was deep pain. And just when you think that is all, she says Diddy tried to buy her silence. Yes. According to her, he offered her the rights to her own music just to get her to stay quiet. After firing her from the group, he now wants to make a deal, but she didn't take it.
For the past couple years, it's about $800, $900, some in the hundreds, okay? And in streaming, for the past couple years, it's about $800, $900, some in the hundreds, okay? And in order to get that, I have to release him for any claims or wrongdoings or actions prior to the date of the release. I have to sign an NDA that I will never disparage Puff, Bad Boy, Janice Combs, or Justin Combs' music, or EMI, or Sony ever in public.
And now, watching this man walk away from the biggest charges like nothing happened, it is crushing her. The moment the verdict was announced, Aubrey was watching. She was live on her Instagram story, showing the CNN broadcast. You could hear the news anchor reading the court decision. Then you hear Aubrey's voice in the background. She held her breath. She groaned and looked like she was about to pass out. She added that the news made her feel physically sick. Then she mentioned Cassie. She said Cassie must be feeling even worse right now.
Oh my God.
The jury did
not guilty on Cassie, not guilty on Rico. No way that Jane is going to be guilty.
There was a video, of course, where he was.
Oh, this makes me physically ill.
Lobby.
Sure.
And, the prosecution strategy when domestic abuse did
Wolf
happen.
is silent.
They said, look, domestic abuse happened. But
Wolf
there was
is
no sex
silent.
Right. There was no racketeering. And
Cassie probably feels so horrible.
Coercion involved in that. It could still be that the jury finds,
Ronnie.
yes, a person
I'm gonna vomit.
was moved across.
Let's talk about Cassie for a second. She is pregnant and resting somewhere right now. This is the same woman who stood up and spoke against Diddy not long ago. The same woman who many thought would be part of bringing him down. Now, she has to watch him walk free while carrying a baby. That must be heartbreaking. What is going through her mind now, after everything she said, after all the risk she took? And now this man might not even stay long in jail. If he behaves well, he could be released even sooner. Back to Aubrey. In another interview, someone asked her what she would do if Diddy ever walks free. She said she would get a ticket straight to Bali, no second thoughts. And now it looks like that plan is already in motion. She has done it before. When things get too hard, she runs to Bali for peace. And this time, she might not even come back soon.
I'd feel best if he was found guilty on everything.
And if he walks free?
I don't have that in the range of my possibility thoughts right now. I don't believe that that would happen. If it does, though, I'm gonna buy a ticket to Bali like I did the last time I couldn't do this country anymore.
Now people are asking questions. Was the verdict fair? Did something shady happen behind the scenes? Did money play a role? Or was the jury truly convinced by the evidence? It is hard to tell, but one thing is sure. Aubrey is not the only one feeling crushed. Social media is full of reactions. Some people are celebrating while some are angry.
Ladies and gentlemen, to a lot of you, this was a shock.
What do you think? Was justice really served? Or is this just another powerful man walking free while the women who spoke up are left behind to deal with the pain? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let us know how you feel about this. Don't forget to like the video, share it, and make sure you subscribe. See you in the next video.